Hello everyone. In this video we will see that how our basic technical analysis doesn't always work, and whatever we learn on YouTube and other places is not always correct. And rather than thinking how the analysis can be wrong, we try to perfect the not so good technical analysis that we learn from YouTube and everywhere. So beginners, instead of learning what is a trend line and how it works, what is the actual purpose of it, they try to ask questions such as, should I join the VIX, or is my trend line correct or not? Those are not the right questions. You should focus on the other concepts of the market, that why the market moves in a certain way, rather than opening a chart and then start to draw lines everywhere. You should try to see what is actually happening. Now, one thing you should always remember, that if I open this chart, this is Ashok Leyland, and if I open this chart, I would say that thousands and lakhs of people are watching the same chart. So if you are trying to draw a trend line like this or any other support like this, you have to remember that thousands and lakhs of other people are doing the same. So the chance of this working becomes less, because if everyone is doing one thing, then the smart money or the institutional players always does the opposite of that. So you have to keep that in mind. So I have selected here some examples. I want to show you that how the basic technical analysis doesn't work and why it doesn't work. That is the most important point. Now, first of all, here we see the Ashok Leyland chart, and first thing which most of us can see, that maybe this trend line, and we got a breakout at this candle. But why this breakout couldn't go up like this? In the previous cases we saw huge rallies, but here it did not go up, because you can see that like hundreds of other traders would have drawn the same chart, and if there are too many people buying in the market, then the smart money will like to sell, because that's what they do. They do the opposite to take your trade on the other side, because if everyone is buying and there is no sellers, then there is no money to be made. So what they do is they start selling, and what they do is, let's say most retail traders buy in this candle, so their stop loss will be mostly the low of this candle, and what we see is that the market turns, hits the stop loss exactly, and then goes up again. And then again, then some people will draw a trend line like this, something like this. They'll try to micromanage the trend line and try to draw the perfect trend line. They buy on this candle, or maybe even on this candle. They have their stop loss here, they have their stop loss here, and then again it comes down. So this is what happens, and you have to see that where the liquidity lies, because if everyone is buying on this trend line, that you have to understand that the smart money will not let them make money, and it comes down, takes out their stop loss. I have lots of examples here. In Asian Paint, we see that here we get a breakout candle right here, and then what happens? It comes down below this support area, comes down, and then starts moving up again. Here also we got a big green candle, and then it comes back and then goes up. It doesn't always mean that it will always happen, because if we see here, then we got a breakout here and the stock keep going up. But if you are buying here, then it is not a good trade, because there was a good possibility that we will come here, take out the stop losses, and then go up. So even though this trade worked out, even if we bought it at this breakout and the stock is going up, this is not a good trade, and it is not a good habit. As we can see here, that here it broke the support, and this is a short trade for most of the people, and then we got a reversal here. Axis Bank, if we see Axis Bank, we got a breakout candle right here. If we draw a trend line on the smaller time frame, we can go and draw it. We got a good bullish candle, and then after this we got another breakout, and then what happens is we come down below this whole support area, take the stop loss, and then you see after that we get a V-shaped recovery, and I come down and then again move to the upside. Krishna Industries, very recent example. We saw a breakout candle right here, these two candles, good volume as well, as you can see. A lot of retail traders buy, have their stop losses just below these lows. We come down, take out the stop loss, and then we are moving up again. Here again, Eicher Motors. Maybe you can draw a trend line like this, or I don't know, there are multiple ways to do this. But this was a breakout. A lot of people would have bought in, and what happens? It comes below the low, takes out this stop loss area, because people usually place their stop loss below the support. So here we had support at this level, and the stock comes down just below the level to take out the stop losses, and then we get a reversal. Now again, if we see the chart here, now this was a resistance area, this is a resistance area, and the stock is going above this, and now again we are seeing some selling pressure. Why? I'll tell you the reason. Because now this is a buying level for retail trader, because it has gone above the resistance. So there is a possibility that we'll get a turn to the downside, and then we'll go up again. Something like this. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you are buying at these levels, then it is not a good trade in my opinion. Exide Industries, we see what happens is that we get this huge downtrend, an up move, and then we come below this level. And then what happens is that as soon as everyone starts selling, because now it becomes a downtrend, the stock moves up, and as soon as it goes above this point, people think it has a break of a resistance and they start buying, and now we get a downward pressure. HDFC, in this stock we saw multiple rejections. We have one here, we have one here, we have one here. So 3 times the stock showed it's going to go up, and then it comes down again. Most of the most common will be this trend line, and on this candle a lot of people would have bought in. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you can see here that a lot of the retail traders will draw a trend like this, maybe something like this, and this will be a breakout candle, and then what we get is we come below this support zone, just a tick below, and then we are moving up now. HDFC Asset Management, here we have a good trend line. We got a breakout with very strong volumes, and what happens? It came down just below this, takes the liquidity, and then starts going up again. Look at the next example, HDFC Life Insurance. We started most of the retail traders would have drawn something like this. Now it gives us a breakout, and then it reverses, comes back, takes all the liquidity here. Now what happens is that the market takes out both the buyers and the sellers. So what it does is that first it traps buyer right here, and then what happens is that the people who are willing to sell the break of a support, which is somewhere around here. So the market tries to get those people short as well, showing these moves. So there are buyers trapped here, there are sellers trapped here. So the market takes both of them out. Now IGL, we saw a good move. First we saw a move right here, as you can see, this move right here. We got a good breakout, good move. There was a above average volume, and then what happens? It comes down just below this for a brief amount of time and then continues going up again. Then we got a breakout again, which was something like a resistance breakout above this resistance, and then we go above this. A lot of buyers start coming in, and then we get a move to the downside, and then we are moving up again. So same multiple examples I have. In IRCTC, this is a very visible case, because we got a strong move here and then instantly it turned and then instantly it went up. Again, as soon as the market thinks there are too many people on the bullish side, for example in this movement as well, because this was a resistance, this is a resistance. So as soon as the stock starts going up, people starts buying, putting their stop loss below this low most likely, and it comes down, takes out all those stop losses, and then continues the rally. Kotak Mahindra, here it did the same thing on the opposite side, because what happens is that people start short selling below the support. So this is the support, and then we got a good move to the downside. A lot of people start selling, and then it reverses and takes out their stop losses, which is most likely above here, and now it is kind of sideways. LIC Housing Finance, this can be a live example, because this was our previous support, and as we can see there that the stock started moving up, too many people buying above this resistance. Around these areas, a lot of people buying. We come down just below the previous support, just these two candles, and now we are starting to move up again. MCX, this could also be a live example, because multi-commodity exchange, a very good trend line breakout, buyers getting trapped here, comes down just below this area where most of the stop losses are, and then it reverses. Mahindra and Mahindra Housing Finance, as you can see that this is a support area and this is a support area. The market moves just few ticks below this support and then reverses, trapping these short sellers right here. And also people who are going long, who are long on this support, they had their stop loss taken out. PNB Housing Finance, here we had a previous example in which we got a breakout right here. As you can see, a very clear trend line. We got a breakout here, and as soon as a lot of people started buying, it comes down, takes out the stop losses, and spend some time here, around a month, half a month, something like, or 2 months, I don't know, from March till May, and then makes a sudden move. PVR, this V-shaped move is clearly visible to everyone, and it happens exactly just below the previous support. So as soon as a lot of people start buying here, because this was a very long time, this area is a very long time resistance, we start moving up here, a lot of buyers, and then it comes down just below this support. I would say that most of these stop losses would be near this area only, it takes it down, takes the other leg down, and then V-shape move. State Bank of India, this I shared in the Telegram as well. As soon as it made this move, I I think we can all see in the Telegram, go and see in the chat that I said that if we doesn't move in the straight line up, then we are likely to come below this area, take this area and then go up. So this is what is happening. I shared the chart, you can go and see, 9th July it will be there. I shared the chart right on this green candle that we will be coming down. Shree Cement, this is a live example, and this was a clear trend line of support, and this is like a channel, and as soon as we go below this, a lot of people start short selling. Their stop loss is in this area and the market reverses. Now there will be people who will be saying that this is a resistance and now we are going above this. So there will be a lot of buyers here, as you can see that as soon as the retail starts buying, the momentum is losing. So there is a likelihood that we can turn back and then go up again. That is a possibility. TVs Electronics. Here we have multiple examples. Here we have this breakout. And buyers come in and then we instantly get a move to the downside. Again up move, and then instantly a move to the downside, and then we went up again. So the point is, I think by now it is clear in Voltas last example that a lot of people treat this as a breakout, something like this. This is a trend line they would have drawn. This is a breakout, and then we get a move to the downside. And as soon as the market realizes that everyone is out of their position, we get a single move to the upside. So I hope the point is clear by now that we have to observe carefully. And the main point is that the risk to reward ratio should be good. And we should not be buying at these levels. If you're buying at these levels, then it is a problem, because if you draw this line and maybe if you bought here, then most of the people get excited seeing this candle, and what they start doing is they'll be like, let's trail my stop loss now. I'll put my stop loss right here, and then it comes down and hits, and no profit, no loss, time wasted as well. And some of the more risk-taking people, they would have placed their stop losses below these levels, and then they would have taken out as well, and then we reverse. So the main point here is that we have to see we have to be very careful where we enter a trade. Usually we should enter a trade where we think most of the people is going to be going out. And I took a trade recently in Adani Power, and I didn't share it on the Telegram because I was busy and not able to share. So you wouldn't believe that I bought Adani Power exactly at this level, because I knew that as soon as we go below this, a lot of people will start short selling, and this is where we buy. And then I got a up move, and as soon as we went above this area, then I sold it right here. So this is a basic simple logic, because as soon as people see this basic breakout, they start buying. Most of the people, they would enter somewhere, they would have entered on this candle, I'm pretty sure. A lot of retail traders would have entered in this candle. Maybe after seeing the next candle, which was 20% up, they would have, trailed their stop losses right here, or maybe till here, and everything gets taken out. And as soon as we go below this level, this final level, we get an instant reversal. In Reliance, the first point of fake breakout was right here, because first thing is a lot of people buy here, this move. So I don't think many people would have bought in this candle. Mostly retail traders would have bought in this candle, maybe here, here. And what we see is instant move to the downside. Then we get another fake breakout, this move right here. What happens? It turns down and goes below all this stop loss area. Now, the reason this happens is because the smart money has too much money. So, for example, if you have, like, I don't know, thousands of crore rupees, and you have to buy, you have to take a position in lines. You know that if you place a market order, the stock is going to go up like this straight line, and you will be filled at a very bad price. So what the big players do is that they manipulate the price, they create liquidity. Now, if you are manipulating the market, let's say you are manipulating the stock market. So what do you know? You know that most of the retail traders will, let's say you are an institution and you have huge amounts of money and you want to take a long position in Reliance. So what do you know? You know one thing, that retail traders start selling below their resistance. So what you will do is you will create liquidity. Now how you will do that is that you will manipulate the prices like this. So this becomes support, this becomes resistance. So you know two things. First, that there are people buying at support, and second thing, there will be traders who will be trading the breakout. Now what you do is that you come here, you take the market up. Now people who buy at the support start buying here and start placing their stop loss here. Now if you are buying, then your stop loss order is a sell order. So the first category of people are selling. Now the second category of people, they are the breakout traders. Now you do this, and then what you do is you start taking the price downwards. As soon as it goes below the support, the short sellers come in and they start selling the market. Now your aim is to go long, and there is huge liquidity for you because both the category of people are selling. So what you do as an institution is that you start buying, and a lot of more and more people are selling, so it is easy for you to get your order filled. You start buying and buying, and all your orders gets filled and all their stop loss gets taken out. You make profit, and then when it goes above here, the retail traders start buying, and then you sell your position. So this is what happens in the market all the time. So instead of trying to draw perfect trend lines, you have to think, instead of doing something like this, should I join the wicks, or should I join the candles? Stop doing that. Focus, think that why Reliance did this, what was the reason, and then it instantly reversed. Why this happened? Because this is where, if you draw a very clear area, as soon as the retail saw this candle, this one, they would have started short selling, and then instantly the market reversed. And as soon as the retail started seeing this move, they would have started buying. Their stop losses got taken out, short sellers get trapped here, and everyone is out of the market. So I hope this is clear. In Nifty, it happens all the time. If you go today, I was busy, I couldn't share the chart. In the 5-minute chart, you can clearly see that, market creates liquidity here in this zone. It creates a support and a resistance zones for you. It opens above, trapping the buyers here. It goes below the support, trapping the sellers here, and then it goes up, and then retraces again. So it does keep doing this, and then when everyone is out of the position, and then they make the market go higher or lower. Here again, as we see, we get these sellers trapped here, and then we make our move. Here again, we get the seller trapped here, which is below. There are people buying at, if we zoom this, then there are a lot of people buying at, gaps, and the market shows them profit. We see green candles, and then it goes down again. Then people start selling below this support area, and then we reverse. People buy at this trend line breakout, we reverse. People start short selling. People start short selling below this support, the market reverses. The trend line buying was here, reverses. Short selling, reverse. So I hope you get the idea by now. And I'm going to close this video, and I want you to see all the charts and watch this happening by yourself, and then think why this happens, and stop focusing on finding good indicators and drawing perfect trend lines. So this is it for the video. I hope you'll like it. Thank you.